Hello, hello, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world, gorgeous souls. Apologies, I'm a little late starting. I'll tell you about that in a second. I really want to welcome you all aboard. Whether you're joining me live, whether you're catching the replay later, give me a hello in the comments, give me a wave, tell me whereabouts in the world you're from, and welcome. This is our first live training in my brand new Facebook community full of incredible, amazing souls. Whether you're sober curious, you're sober serious, you're taking a break from drinking, maybe you're not quite sure how that's sitting for you right now, but you're just exploring, you're open to experimenting and seeing what works for you. You are so in the right place and you're so welcome here. And I really understand the journey. I have been navigating grey area drinking. I wouldn't even say I'm on that journey anymore. It's morphed into a sugar freedom journey. Very low sugar currently, actually currently no sugar at all, no refined sugar. And it's all about our soul freedom. And what I have noticed is that alcohol freedom has nothing to do with the alcohol. It's what's going on underneath. And I, in this group, am bringing the wellness tree in the most deepest way than ever before, because so many new things have come through for me that I need to share. And what's really clear is that now, at this time, it's all about rooted leadership. So I have really strongly aligned my business to help sober curious business owners, leaders, people on a real deep mission. Whether you're starting with this, whether you don't know quite what that is, whether you're planting new seeds, or whether you're further along, it doesn't matter, we're all in different places. But the wellness tree is about doing this journey together. And I am bringing the world of the wellness tree and the world of grey area drinking into this, because what I've seen is, since I started my business in 2021, I've had so many conversations with people in Messenger, people who are struggling, people who feel ridiculous that they're struggling with drinking problems when they feel they are a smart, capable, ambitious, highly driven woman up to incredible things, holding a lot of space for people, the clients, groups, communities, families, home, everything. And yet in the evening they're turning to wine or beer or whatever the thing is, and it's almost like they are a different person and they're not enjoying that version of themselves. And so this is really about understanding what grey area drinking is. And what it actually is if you think of alcohol on a spectrum, there are the people at one end of the spectrum who can have a drink now and again. It's not a thing. They can take it or leave it. And I used to be that person. But I then developed the habit of drinking, daily drinking. And then you have the people at the other end of the spectrum, and this is the extreme end where you basically can't stop drinking. You would need to be medically detoxed. You would need professional support to do that. And for these people, it's very dangerous for them to suddenly stop drinking. They need to be medically detoxed. Now, I don't work with those people in that section of the spectrum. I work with people in this middle part, this mysterious grey area. And if you're in this group, it's very likely you're in this grey area, which means you can stop drinking, but staying stopped is the problem. And maybe you've noticed you're thinking about drinking more, you've noticed you're over drinking, you've noticed that you're actually quietly or very concerned about your drinking habits. And you may not be ready to let drinking go. You may not want to let drinking go. Some people don't want to. They want to see if they can cut back. Other people are done with it. And what the wellness tree teaches, its core message, is it's our own journey and you have to do what feels right for you. I'm very much about people exploring, playing, experimenting, getting their feedback. There's no right, there's no wrong. I have been at all different areas and places, from moderating alcohol to completely eliminating it. And I started my alcohol freedom journey, sobriety journey, whatever you want to call it. I don't really resonate with any of those words. To me, it's just soul freedom. And that sort of inner peace within. I started this journey in 2016. And it was the 5th of September 2016 that I made that commitment that actually I'm done with moderating. It's not working for me anymore. There was no rock bottom story. It was basically a wake-up call from my husband 2 weeks after we'd got married, saying to me, Kath, you need to sort your drinking out. And I knew this. I knew, because I'd been carrying this heavy kind of worry about my drinking, which was a bottle to a bottle and a half of wine pretty much most evenings. That may seem a lot, it may not seem much, it's different to everybody. But it's how it feels, and it wasn't feeling good for me, and it was taking way too much of my time, my energy, my money, my physical and mental health. It just wasn't worth it anymore. And there was the whole sort of story of my husband having had a heart transplant. He was so, we were both so incredibly grateful for that. And I've shared this story before. I'll share this another time. But basically, I decided then, no more. I've got to make this work. And that's when the wellness tree was born. It started as drip feeding these little seeds to me, these little breadcrumbs to follow. And so here we are in 2026 now. I haven't had any alcohol at all in 5 whole years. Before that, I was in the previous 4 years, I did a whole year sober, had a little experiment with drinking, wasn't for me, went back, did another year, same thing happened, and then back on track again. So I have been really pleased with my progress. I started my sugar freedom journey after a year of not drinking, and really starting my business, growing my business, and understanding that it's so much easier really when we do have that clearer head, when we're in tune with our intuition. And bearing in mind, from my understanding, is that is a whole other journey. And depending on the level of trauma, the level of drinking, and things within ourselves, we have to, for me, I was so disconnected from my body. I couldn't feel anything. I didn't hear my intuition. I couldn't feel my intuition. I didn't know who I was. And this has felt like a very long journey of melting those frozen parts of myself, and it's definitely still a work in progress. There's still work to do, and I really believe this is an ongoing journey. But what I have noticed as I set my days up, which has taken a long time to discover my own healthy habits that work, my own conscious choices that feel good to me, and you will have this knowledge too. maybe, you know, we're all at different places, but maybe you already know some of what you want to be creating. And just really understanding for you what helps you to feel steadiness and presence. Because when we clear away the alcohol, the numbing, it's not just that, it's the scrolling, it's the things we're saying yes to when actually it needs to be a no. It's a continual journey of, I was thinking about this morning, it's like we're sculpting, we're shaping, we're refining, we're tuning, we're absolutely honing in on our focus and the pathway to the target. And the target is the true you that you want to be living now. It's you, your next level you, your soul level you, living in a way that lights you up, that gives you joy, that feeds your soul, that has you showing up in your business, in your mission, in your leadership skills, so you are confident, you are proud of yourself, you are steady. In your evenings, you are calm, you are present, you are giving the best version of you and all of you to yourself, your loved ones, your family, your surroundings, your home, your habits, your desires, your dreams, everything. This is all part of our wellness tree. And the wellness tree is something we find within. But there's things that come up as we are shaping and refining and honing in on this process. We've got our blinkers on, but things come up, triggers come up, people, places, things, feelings, holding those emotions and feeling them and letting them pass through. And sometimes these can feel so sudden, so unexpected, and without knowing, we're suddenly reaching for the wine again, or drinking when we said we wouldn't, or having our feet take us to a place that actually we didn't want to go to. We wanted to walk to this more soul-aligned place. Hands and feet. What are your hands doing today? What choices are they making? What are your feet doing today? Where are they leading you? Your feet and your hands will lead you if you are not in control of them. And this comes down to our awareness. And this is the muscle that we're training. And depending on what level of awareness you have currently, we can continue to build and add and grow it. And it feels good. It gets to feel good. Now, of course, we're going to have challenges. We're going to have moments in our life where we're experiencing maybe huge challenges. Things like navigating loss, death, navigating divorce, job loss, things happening in our businesses, up-leveling, new levels, new triggers, all of those things. We're going to be rocked. But what we want to cultivate is strong roots. Strong, steady roots. So we're building our inner resilience. We're building our focus. We're working on self-mastery. We're working on where we're putting our attention. We're working on feeling our feelings. And we're working on holding ourselves through. Okay? I'm going to share actually some different points. at which you will probably be experiencing, either in the past, currently, or in the future, you will experience these things. So, real life, real human life, here's what can feel really challenging, is things like bringing it close to home now, in your home. If you're wanting to be alcohol free and maybe you have loved ones that are still drinking, this is a really common one. And maybe you're feeling separate, maybe you're feeling lonely, maybe you're feeling irritated by this. Irritated by their drinking, and irritated that you're not drinking, and maybe you're having some fear of missing out, some FOMO, and it's bringing up that rebel, that inner child. Yeah, so we need to really do the work here with our minds and our bodies. We also need to be understanding it's not a personal failure. This is normal, this is all part of the journey, and we get to shift our perspective. I've literally just done in my Strong Roots, our private membership, I've literally just done our 2026 vision and planning from the new identity. And we have been working on a specific thought model, showing you how to shift your perspective, and we've also been using the archetypes. And I love to bring these archetypes into our day-to-day life, especially the Queen. And the Queen is so confident, she commands, she's grounded, she's in her power. She declares, this is what we're doing. She's not in her head, there's no drama. This is what we're doing. And I've been working with the Queen a lot lately, and especially on my 75 hard challenge, which I'm currently doing. I'm on day 11 today, and things come up, don't they, where we have to have these difficult conversations with people. Maybe we understand that a boundary has been crossed and it doesn't feel good, and we have to actually, you know, lovingly honour that boundary and help someone to understand, you know, this is the line, this is it. People appreciate that, and it's part of taking care of our energy. So in terms of people drinking at home, it's just, and also this morphs into socialising as well. When other people are drinking around of us, we can just notice that. We can just be separate from that and understand that that's them. I'm thinking of Mel Robbins and her book, Let Them. If you haven't read it, it's such a good book. If you haven't read it, Let Them. Let them, that's their journey, it's not mine. We do deeper work on this in Strong Roots, but having that separation, it's like watching, it's observing, being the observer and not getting tangled up in that. It's not losing confidence. It's learning to be present and learning that if we self-sabotage with alcohol, it really does, it chips away at our confidence, it chips away at our self-trust. Think about, how do you want to go to bed at night? I get my clients to check in with themselves and do a really quick end of day review. I do it myself. I have a little goals book. I haven't got it in front of me, but goals for the day, plans for the day. So in the morning I'm writing like how the day's going to look. Actually, I do that the night before. The things I'm going to do. And then I check in, I do a review, I see, did I do them? What was my feedback? What came up for me throughout the day? And I get to course correct as I go along. And this is how we shape our rhythm. How we shape our rhythm as we flow along our alcohol freedom journey. And this is shaped by what we're doing in our mornings, what we're doing in our evenings, and what we're doing throughout the day as checking in on our energy, checking in on our mindset, checking in on our state. We want to be regulating our nervous system. I like to do this simply with the breath, because we have our breath on us all the time. It never goes away. Without it, we'd die. Our breath, we need our breath. It's our guide. And we can breathe into those difficult moments, those moments of discomfort, because it's not about willpower. It's not about discipline. It's not about the strategy, although yes, that's part of it. But it's actually about creating steadiness. Steady. It's calm. It's bringing the energy back to the ground. It's feeling your feet flat on the floor. It's breathing in slowly through your nose. Letting that breath fill your lungs, touching your heart, and then slowly out through the nose as well. This is the quickest way to calm our state. And even better if you do it in nature, if you're on a walk. So, what changes can you expect as you build these steadiness? And bearing in mind the steadiness is adding to your presence, to how you're showing up in the world. Well, you're able to feel your feelings. So you're able to navigate through those moments of discomfort. And again, we work on this in Strong Roots. You're able to ride through the urges, the cravings, the urges. You're able to stay present with this. You're able to not abandon yourself. And if you relax into this, it feels so much easier. It feels so much more expansive. And as you show up, having gone through these challenging moments, as you show up in your posting, in your lives, or if you're outside, you're seeing people with your clients, even in your home, in your family, in all of your life areas with interactions, sending messages on Messenger, whatever you're doing, wherever you're putting yourself out and into the world, you show up differently. You'll notice things like your voice will slow. Your voice will slow. We're coming at this from the body, from that grounded, steady place. Your words land cleanly. People can feel your words. They can feel your energy. And this helps people feel safer. This helps people to build trust with you. So really, your presence is doing the work. You are then living as your brand. You're living as you. Because your business is not just your business. It's not separate from you. It starts with us. And so, because you'll be showing up, doing your habits, keeping it simple. It's the simple things. I don't believe in overwhelm. I had years of overwhelm, anxiety, panic attacks, fainting. I don't do overwhelm anymore. So I am growing my own business, even if it feels like the opposite of what everybody else is telling me to do. I'm now doing it my way, showing up, doing the things, the actual things that feel good and aligned to me. And we all need to be doing this. And creating it in a way that feels simple, achievable, embracing the mess, embracing the imperfection. But it's bringing your truth to what you're doing. The truth, and people feel that. People want to hear your experiences. They want to hear your truth, your version of the thing. Even if someone else is doing something similar, that is their version. It doesn't have your experience and your knowledge and your wisdom. This is your medicine, and we need to clear the way. We need to clear, cleanse, disperse, let go, melt, so that you can access your spark, your joy. Light the fire, burn it. Just enjoy coming into your days with more confidence, with more clarity, with more oomph. And you'll feel it, you'll feel it. And as you do this, you want to be stretching yourself, making these moments of discomfort, seeing how you can find your edge. You want to study the people that are doing this already. Study the people that are doing the things that you want to be doing. Study the people who have done this journey as well. What are they doing? What are they thinking? What are their habits? How do they design their day? This is stuff we work on in Strong Roots, and it is the most wonderful, exciting, deep, juicy, nourishing work I have ever done. And I love that I get to help people to do this. I'm doing this myself, and this is where it feels a little bit selfish because I'm on my journey of soul freedom. It's continual life's work, and I just feel how bloody lucky I am that I get to do this with other people too. And it's so much more fun doing it together because we need community, we need connection, we need accountability, we need structure, we need to know where to focus. And this is exactly how the Wellness Tree supports us. So we're not numbing. We don't have any more hangovers, emotional hangovers, regrets, fog. Instead, as a rooted leader, your energy is contained. Your leadership is grounded because you are having those strong roots. So we're stopping trying to be the version of us that we want to be, and we just are that version because we don't leave, we don't abandon, we stay with ourselves. This is the process of refining and honing and shaping, like the sculptor's hand sculpting us, and you will feel this. You will feel this. Give me a yes if you understand what I'm saying, if you can feel what I'm saying. This is, this is how we're building strong roots. So know that if currently you are experiencing cycles that don't feel good anymore, you're struggling with staying sober and present in the evenings, if you're feeling sick and exhausted and lack of energy, lack of motivation, you want more discipline, but it's not a hard, rigid, whack discipline. No, it's devotional discipline, where you are putting yourself first, where you are priming your day with the actual habits that are shaping you into the rooted leader that you're becoming. Then you need to be cultivating strong roots. So this is perfect if you're sober curious, if you're taking a break, if you're gently wanting to release, or if this is a hard stop, you're like, I'm on it, I'm done, I'm ready. The flame, the fire is all different states. A spark, a candle flame, a little gentle flicker, it can be a roaring fire. And we will be dipping in and out of these elements, and we get to flow into what feels good right now. Because also we are working, I work closely with nature. It's very nature-led. And as women, we have seasons, we have cycles, we are constantly flowing and weaving different strands of things into our days. And as I'm doing 75 hard and understanding it's a very masculine, strategic program, which is good. We need that container. We also get to bring our feminine to it and dance with the masculine and the feminine energies. So one of the wellness tree branches is movement, and I've been working on my movement branch lately, because one of the daily tasks for 75 Hard is to do 2 workouts a day. They can be anything, but one of them does need to be outdoors, and they both need to be 45 minutes long. I've been doing my outdoor workout, whether that's running. I'm currently training for a half marathon, my first one ever. So I'm either running or I'm walking, and I'm doing more walking. I have a dog. Also, it's been really, really icy here at the moment, so just working with what I can. But on the other days, on those days as well, I'm really enjoying something called Body Groove that I love to do. I'm not an affiliate or anything with them. I just love what they do, because this is about finding movement that works for you. And for me, I love dancing. I love moving. I feel very connected to myself when I do that. For you, it might be swimming, it might be walking, it might be, I don't know, what do you love to do? There's so many different ways we can move our body. And this year is going to be my 50th year. Yep, I'm going to be 50 in March. And my biggest why for me now currently is I don't want to get old and arthritic and not be able to enjoy life or not be able to move. I want to be my healthiest, best version of me. I really want to be able to do that. And that means not drinking. That means staying on my sugar freedom journey. That means choosing what feels good to me. And the Wellness Tree is set up not just for that, but also things like your spiritual practice, things like your finances and your money, things like your home and how you're taking care of it, and feeling on top of things. It's our day-to-day tasks of running our home. It's also about relationships, deepening into our relationships, starting with ourselves. Relationships with our husbands, our loved ones, our friends, people in our world, finding our tribe, connecting with our clients, growing our business. It's about feeling our feelings, uncovering, shedding, releasing. And it's about fueling your body and your mind and your soul with the foods and the liquids that feel supportive to you. This isn't a one-size-fits-all thing. The Wellness Tree, the beauty of the Wellness Tree is that it's a template which opens into an entirely different lifestyle, an entirely different way of living, and one that has you nourished from root to tip, so you can grow into your most abundant life, so you can show up in your days feeling calm and steady, being the eye of the storm, navigating through life's challenges, holding more, being able to sit with those deeper, darker feelings and move through them, and also being able to hold the more expansive feelings like joy, celebration, and like, yay, I've got a new client, I've had a great week, I've created money in my business, and not having to suppress that because it's so much to hold, but actually channeling that energy out into such a healthy, steady, beautiful way. This is about dancing with life. Dancing with life. This is all about anchoring ourselves, grounding ourselves, shifting our state, which sends out the signal into the world. This signals trust, safety, and trust creates results. And it starts with us. Show yourself today. What can I do today that's going to build trust with myself? What's one tiny baby step I can take today? And it doesn't matter where you are with this. Things might look really messy and complicated and just feel really yucky right now. I'm totally like, we need the messy. We need to be okay with getting our hands dirty and gardening in the soil, because if you've got new roots to plant, you're going to want to have nourished soil. This is the work we're doing in Strong Roots, my Strong Roots membership. It's really affordable. You can join anytime, you can cancel anytime, come back, dip in, dip out, or you can be in for the long haul and really practice your plan, because your plan is going to be something you refine as you go. You get to connect with other women, you get to have accountability, you get to learn the steps of the wellness tree. You get to set up a really great plan that feels good to you. It's all about you and your soul, because we are all different. I'd love to invite you in there. If you want the details, pop details in the comments or send me a private message. I would so love to welcome you in. And meanwhile, have the most amazing rest of the day. Have a great night's sleep. Just sending so much love to you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again, same time next week. Lots of love.